here you see the codomain as R2. So let us think this as a point whose first function, that is e to the power x cos y, we will assume it as a x coordinate, and e to the power x into sin y as a y coordinate. Let us divide this range, this whole range, into four parts: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. Okay. So first thing you must observe in that, here e to the power x, this factor is common in both. I can take that factor out. So inside the bracket there will be cos y comma sin y. Okay. Now see this function. Okay. The range of this function goes from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. So to get the points, to check the points in the first coordinate, we only need positive value for these two. For the first quadrant, for the first quadrant. Okay. If y equals to 45 degree. Okay. So 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 multiplied by 0 to infinity, the numbers lying from 0 to infinity will give you all positive numbers. Okay. So you are getting positive numbers as x coordinate, you are getting positive numbers as y coordinate. So entire first quadrant, I am not discussing the axis, the points on the axis. I will discuss those points later. Okay. I am presently discussing only those points which are strictly under the first quadrant. Okay. So you are getting all the points for the second quadrant. Okay. For the second quadrant, we have to keep x coordinate negative and y coordinate positive. For that, y equals to 2 pi by 3, 120 degree. You know, cos 120 degree is negative and sine 120 degree is positive. So you are getting one negative and one positive. And here you see this range contains all positive numbers, and when you multiply positive numbers with a negative number, then you will get all negative numbers, and in the same way you will get all positive numbers as y-axis. So you are getting in all the points strictly inside the second quadrant. Okay. In the same way, I am not going for third and fourth quadrant. You must understand. Now we go for the axis, the points on the axis. First we go for the positive x-axis, and for that, you know, y coordinate should be 0. So here obviously we can take y equals to 0, and then sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So this is a non-zero positive number and this is 0. Okay. So if you multiply any positive number, here are a large number of positive numbers, all real numbers, all real positive numbers are there in this interval. So if you multiply those numbers with 1, then you are getting all positive numbers, and y coordinate obviously will be 0 because sine 0 is 0, and if you multiply any finite number with 0, you are getting 0. So obviously we are getting all the points on the positive x-axis, all the non-zero points. Okay, here I have mentioned non-zero points, and in the same way, and now I go for the negative x-axis. Okay. So the non 0. Non-zero means the origin. Non-zero points on the negative x-axis. Okay, and for negative x-axis means first quadrant should be in minus and the second should be 0. So for that I take y equals to pi. Then sine pi is 0, and you multiply uh, finite number with 0, then you are getting 0. Okay, so this part will be 0. To be on the negative x-axis, y coordinate should be 0 and the x coordinate should be negative, and cos pi minus 1. If you multiply minus 1 with this e to the power x, the range of e to the power x, any finite positive number with minus 1, then you are getting a negative number. Okay, so you are getting entire negative x-axis. I am not discussing about the origin. I will discuss this later. So you are getting all the points non-zero except origin, all the points on the negative x-axis. Okay, in the same way you will get all the points on positive y-axis and all the points on negative y-axis. For the origin, this is never 0. Okay, you will get this 0 when you put x minus infinity, and minus infinity or minus infinity, these are not finite. Okay, so you have to make this to 0, and cos y equals to 0, sin y 0, both simultaneously cannot be 0, because there is an identity, cos square y plus sin square y equals to 1. So these two cannot be 0 simultaneously. Okay, so origin does not lie on this